Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with Net226. Today I'm going to be going over Packet Tracer 2.4.11, which is Modify Single Area OSPF version 2. Alright, if you notice on my workspace, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Whoops, let's do this. Alright, so we have 3 LANs sitting out here, connected to routers. Third one's down here. Three routers connected together with serial connections. Router 1 has 2 serial connections, 1 gigabit connection. Router 2 has, you could say these are internal connections, and then you have one. This is operating as the edge router out to the ISP and to the internet, and then connected out to a web server. All right, pretty standard stuff. Here's our dressing table over here on the left. Alright, and the scenario is, in this activity, OSPF is already configured and all end devices currently have full connectivity. You will modify the default OSPF routing configurations by changing the hello and dead timers and adjusting the bandwidth of the link. Then you will verify that full connectivity is restored for all end devices. Alright, and I've tried this, and if you notice also the completion rate's already to 40% as soon as you everything converges. But now here's the problem though. It says step 1, test connectivity between all end devices. Before modifying the OSPF settings, verify all PCs can ping the web server and each other. Alright, so I've done this lab or packet tracer twice and I've got the same problem, so maybe third time's a charm. So I should be able to ping from PC1 to the web server, which is 64.100.1.2. Alright, see that? But now PC3, I can ping the 64.100.1.2. Give it a second, it'll start pinging it. Alright, so we got a response back from there. Alright, PC2, ping the web server 64.100.1.2. Alright, and then finally I ping from PC2 to PC3. So ping 192.168.1.2, and I believe that's, let's see, it is 192.168.1.2. It takes a little time to converge, but it should connect to it. Oh, well, if I put in the IP address right, it would work a lot better. Let's try this. Alright, there we go. Alright, problem is the router 1 is not, the OSPF is not working correctly, which is really not a big deal, I guess, for this. As long as you understand what's supposed to happen, we'll be fine. All right, I did try to play around with the configuration just to make it work, but if I created my own packet tracer from scratch, it would work fine. But in this case, it is not going to do it. All right, so we're just going to assume that PC1 can in fact ping the web server. All right, so go to router 1. Alright, and notice we're not getting any OSPF messages. Alright, let's go to enable, configure terminal, and then an interface serial 000, which actually is going up to router 2. We're going to change the hello intervals to 15 seconds and the dead interval 20 seconds. Okay, so IP OSPF hello is 15 and the IP OSPF dead interval to 60. Alright, what should happen? We should get we should get messages just like this. Alright. Alright, you get that because you have a mismatch between the hello and dead intervals. exited out of that, and we did an exit, so show IP OSPF interface. This is serial 001, which is right here. I'm sorry, serial 000. There we go. This is over top of it, but router 000 or router 1000 is actually that one. It goes to 3.1 or the 3.0 network, and it connects up to router 2 000. It's just hard to see because that's over top of it. Alright, so serial 000 is right here. Alright, so we've changed the hello and the dead timers from the default, which is 10 and 40. Alright, so we would have a mismatch right now. And now what it wants us to do is go up here. You see how we're getting neighbor messages from router 3 to router 2, but we're not getting any neighbor messages from router 1 to router 2. Alright, so I'll go in here. Let's see. So both sides of the connection need to have the same timer values in order for the adjacency to be maintained. Identify the interface on R2 that is connected to R1. Adjust the timers on R2 interface to match the settings on R1. So R2, we know that serial 000 is our matching interface. So let's go to global config, type in interface serial 000, and then change our IP OSPF hello interval to 15, and then change our IP OSPF dead interval to 60. Okay, now we would get another message back that said it's good, but since it's not working, let's actually go to exit, let's go to exit again. Let's do a show IP OSPF interface, and serial 000 is right here. Alright, so right there, changed our hello messages to 15 and dead to 60. Alright, so that's good to go. We would get this neighbor update message, but it's not working. Alright, adjust the bandwidth on router 1. Now trace route, we can't do a trace route because it's not letting us ping. Alright, so we can't really do that. I can show you guys what it's going to do though. Trace route 64.100.1.2. Alright, so what it's going to do is just going to keep hitting the default gateway interface. And finally it'll time out. And it keeps trying. They're timing at 30 hops. So I'm going to break out of that. Let's go to, and really what we need to do, we need to change the bandwidth to 64. Alright, on R1 serial 000 interface, set the bandwidth to 64 kilobits per second. This does not change the actual port speed, only the metric that OSPF process on R1 will use to calculate the best routes. Alright, so we're going to go there, we're going to go config T, interface 0000, change bandwidth to 64. Okay. Oh, you know what? I messed that up. Let's go back. Let's go to interface 0000 and then do bandwidth 64. All right, now what we got to do though, we got to go back to interface 0001 and do a no bandwidth 64. All right, that didn't adjust the that doesn't mess up your completion rate. Just know that if you put that in wrong, that's going to mess up how OSPF determines the best links. All right, so then you do a trace route again. It'll show you a slightly different path. All right, and then verify all PCs can ping the web server and each other. And unfortunately, PC 1 is not pinging because there is issues with the OSPF in router 1. But just know, I could take the time, and I thought about it, just to remake this whole configuration, but it's really not worth that much time. That since there's I think there's 6 labs for this week, so you guys got plenty to do. So I'm just gonna let you guys keep on doing it. So there's no questions on this activity window, this packet tracer. So all you need to submit is your .pka file, and then go to your check results and make sure you copy that. Take a screenshot of that showing your name, you completed it, and if you got anything wrong, show your assessment score. All right, and that's it. Well, thanks for watching.